So this week we are going to be, as always, talking about what's happening behind the scene with residencies and visas. We're going to answer our YouTube comments, and we have some great YouTube comments this week to answer, so thanks to all those guys. And at the end this week, when we do our little Spain section, we're actually out and about with an Insta 360 camera. One of my good friends came over. He's trying to convince us to get one for the channel, so we went out and had a little bit of an experiment with one of those, so you can see the results and the day out that we had enjoying ourselves with that camera. So anyway, I'm Chris Goodacre. This is your weekly update number 27 from Upsticks. So weekly update number 27, and as you can see, I've got the sun behind me, so I hope you can see me okay. It's actually early morning, so the sun's just rising and it gets right in our window at the back, but we've needed to come in early to get this done today as I'm traveling later on. And what is happening in the UK then? Okay, so we've got one report back from Edinburgh. At the moment, the visas are taking ages to come out now. July is always a very, very busy time because the students, and we know that in summer things slow down a bit. But they are seeming to take a while now. I've got a few now which are touching over 10 weeks, and it's not something we haven't seen in the past in summer, but last year they were slightly more efficient. This year, not so much. But if you are waiting for your visa, you're not the only one. There's quite a few people out there that are still waiting for their visas. But we did get this report back from Edinburgh. Basically, I'm going to run you through it. It says, "Hi Chris, that's us back home from the BLS Edinburgh. It was straightforward meeting, only 35 minutes and spot on time. Edinburgh meetings seem to go on to around half an hour for some reason. London, they're 15 minutes in and out." That's the reports we get back. A young lady went through everything, although not in any order, and the only difference were that the checklist, which was downloaded from the Edinburgh site, only applied to London, so that wasn't needed, and the only page needed from the passport was the one with a photo on. This is strange, because if you go to the BLS Edinburgh, you can download a Edinburgh checklist, which is what we provide our clients when we send out the application forms. But when you book on the BLS system, they send you the London checklist. So a bit crazy, but it's best to go on there and take the Edinburgh checklist with you, or if you're one of our clients, we'll send that to you anyway. Only took the passport page of the photo, contrary to the new information that's been published on the consulate websites. They want a copy of every single page of the passport. In Edinburgh, I don't know why they're only taking the passport photo page, but I continue to say you have to take every page. And if you come away with scrap paper, it's better than getting there and then requesting it and not having it. So just waiting now for the passports to come back and picking up the next part of the process, which will be our stage 2. I did ask if it was busy or not, and our client came back to us and said the office was busy, but seemed to be with foreign students, and some who made the trip to Edinburgh had been told they'd gone to the wrong office and had to go back to London. That's a shame. There's only one other gentleman applying for an NLV at the time we were in. She said that they had 82 appointments that day. Wow, that's a lot in Edinburgh. So imagine what's going through London and Manchester. But don't know how many NLVs. This is a good point. But they did say in 2 weeks things will be quiet, because the students now should have their applications in already. So hopefully in August, those NLVs, which seem to have been shoved to the side at the moment that we're waiting for, hopefully they'll be actioned in August and come out, because from Edinburgh, they said it gets quiet in August, which I imagine would be reflected across the other consulates. In terms of the appointments, well, they're open and they're doing quite well. Manchester has the next 2 months open. London also has, I think, up till September open now. I've literally just booked an appointment. You can book for the whole of August at the moment in London, and Edinburgh as well has the whole of August up and running. So the appointments are going well. The visas are showing delays, but hopefully we'll get over this summer backlog and they'll start to come out soon. Okay then, so what is happening with our appointments on the ground here in Spain? Well, here in Spain as well, it's frustrating times to get appointments. Summer is always quite a difficult time. And as we always talk about, getting things done is a nightmare because various service providers go on holiday. So the service that we provide depends on a multitude of people that do everything from apostilles to translations to financial services to insurance to garages for the cars. So we sit in the middle of this network, and not everybody is here during the July and August period, albeit most of the time we've got it controlled on our calendar. Now we have the holidays marked, so we can see at any one time when we're referring somebody to a service partner for something that they need, whether they're here, whether they're not, and give them a realistic timescale. But in terms of appointments on the ground, Malaga doing very well. We had some pickup appointments, so the TIA's come in 30 days. That was great. And we've also had an EU appointment, which went very, very smoothly. Malaga seem to be really doing well with their appointments. One very, very, very positive thing is that we have managed to get a couple of appointments in Almeria, which I'm not going to tell you the system that we're using online because that's our secret. Of course I am. Basically, we have somebody hitting the refresh button, a poor intern who has to hit the refresh button for about 6 or 7 hours at a time. And the appointments for Almeria only open for around 30 seconds a day. That is how ridiculous it is. That's it. So if you're not in there hitting refresh at that 30-second point, you won't get an appointment. Hence why people have been trying for months and months and months, keep jumping on the system every 5, 10, 15 minutes. Unless you're extremely lucky, you won't get one. But that's the conclusion that we've come to at the moment. And that's what we've found. But hey, we're going to crack on with our system and hopefully we can grab some more. But the positive news is we actually did get some. So that's great. Granada, Motril, no appointments available again. We know they were going sick. The guy who runs it was sick and that stopped it for a whole month. So now everybody in Granada Coast would have to go up to Granada City and rather than go to Motril, which is a much nicer office to go to, but never mind. In terms of what else do we have going on? One Spanish will, which was completed. Remember that it's always a good idea if you are coming to Spain and bringing your assets to Spain, hold cash, have a car, have a house. It's a good idea not only to have your British will, but to have a Spanish will as well here, which will protect your Spanish assets. And in the event of the unthinkable happening, it's a lot easier if you've got a Spanish will for your family and friends. A lot of notaries, like the one we work with in the Cala, actually do a dual language will. The legal part being the Spanish side, the English part isn't actually the legal part, it's the Spanish part, but it just say at the bottom that the translator that we send testifies that they have translated correctly at the appointment and verify that what's been said in English is the same as what is in Spanish. Okay then, so we're going to move on swiftly to our YouTube comments. You'll notice these sections I've kept quite short today because we had quite a long end section, which I hope that you're going to enjoy because I was out and about with my friend doing some really cool 360 type recording, something that we're looking to maybe introduce into the channel soon. So check that out in a minute. But first, it's our YouTube comments. And moving on with our YouTube comments, and we have starting off with Neil Molly123. Now, I really have to thank Neil because he sent me so much content that we're going to be spreading across some of our weekly updates. So watch this space. Okay, I've been asking people for other photos of other areas and our clients and stuff because on this channel here, we only use original content. There's no photos that we haven't either been sent in by our clients or haven't taken ourselves. The same with the video. So it's really nice to get feedback from our clients who are enjoying life in the other areas of Spain. And here we've got the short that I did from the Fábrica the Fábrica de Cerveza, which is the beer factory in Malaga. A very nice place to go and eat. During the day, you can take children there. I wouldn't advise taking them at night time. It can get very loud. Never gets rowdy, just gets very loud for them. But you can certainly take them in the day and have a lovely, lovely meal there. And it's Cruz Campo's beer factory in the middle of Malaga, which has a restaurant, a bar, and some very cool stuff, but very indifferent when it comes to serving you, put it that way. That's the only thing which I don't like there, but they do have some really nice IPAs which they brew on site. And Neil said that's going on the list of things to do. Thanks, Neil, for the comment on that short. So on our weekly update number 26, I've got a comment here from the Nonita Nomad. Hi Chris, initially registering for residency at the police station or foreigners office, you need a padron certificate. If you own a property, this is easy. If you have a rental agreement, but it's also easy. But what if you are staying with a relative or friend prior to purchasing the property? Does this qualify? Matheron area, EU passport holder. Many thanks and keep up the great work, Dave H. Right, what you're going to need to do, Dave, in those instances is you're going to have to ask the person that you're staying with to allow them to go to add you to their padron. So in most circumstances, as we know, all town halls are slightly different, but if someone's coming to live with you, then that person who is registered on the padron would have to go with the person who's interested registering of the padron with their NIE number, passport, etc., and sign a declaration that they are living with them. Where could that be a problem? If the person who's declaring you're going to live with them owns the property, shouldn't be a problem. If that person is renting and you're not on the rental contract, then it could be a problem. In that case, then you may not be able to get a padron until you buy your property. Okay, don't forget there are some extranjerias when you come to register your TIE card that don't require a padron on the first registration, but it's very advisable to have one just in case you're asked. And another comment from Dave. Hi Chris, similar comment regarding the contact following a phone call mentioned. I now have a follow-up email from James with all that info I need, so all good. Many thanks for following up so quickly. Brilliant. Yeah, so we had a call with Dave, and then afterwards, depending on how the call goes, if we can offer our service, then we'll send you an email out detailing how to start with us, how much it costs, and a bit about the process. Then we send our Let's Get Started email, which includes links to forms to fill out so we can complete your forms. We book in a Let's Get Started call, go into detail and set a timeline and a structure of what we're going to do moving forward with your NLV. And we have, what else do we have here? From one day ago. Thank you for the video and information. I'm a 77-year-old woman, old woman. Would I be liable to pay capital gains if I sold my UK property, main residence, while I'm living in Spain? This comment was on our podcast with Jeremy Ferguson. Now, the first thing I would say is definitely get independent tax advice from a tax advisor. We're not tax advisors, but we can recommend them. Jeremy, contact link for him there. But to answer your question, as I say, we can't answer it, not tax advisors, but as Jeremy said in the video, if you've owned your property for more than 3 years, in certain circumstances, people over 65 that have owned it for 3 years may be able to waive the capital gains tax. But I would definitely check that with a tax advisor just to make sure that that's absolutely right. Everybody's circumstance is slightly different. And moving forward from there, what other comments do we have? Mentions. There we go. I think that's it for the comments this week. Not that many. For any of you who've got questions, stick them on the videos. I'm happy to answer them here on the YouTube. I don't always get to them straight away. As I say, the YouTube things for the week, during the week, it's for our clients, basically. YouTube and content come secondary to us managing our client accounts. But definitely at the weekend, I normally jump on and answer as many as I can. So there we go. Right, so check out now our next section, out and about in Spain. Again, it's slightly different. I was with a friend of mine last week. They came over on holiday. He's very, very good with cameras, and he's got his own YouTube channel as well. And we had a bit of fun one afternoon messing about with a Insta 360 camera, and I think this could be the way forward for a little bit of our content. Check it out. Right, so on today's Out and About in Spain, it's another type of video, and I've got another special guest on the channel. This is my mate Jamie.
Hello, how are you all?
See?
Good day.
Introducing Jamie to the channel. Now, I've known Jamie for
25 years?
Gotta be. So if I'm 45, no, sir, longer.
That's a lot.
I was about 29 years.
You must all doubt that, because there's no way we must be able to be that old.
Really? Oh, no, we are definitely that old. 29, I just think 16, 45 minus get 29 years.
Alright, age is just a number. It's all gravy, baby.
So James come over to visit us, and he's bought something that's very funky. Check it out.
Yep. We have a little camera, a little 360 camera called an Insta 360 X4. So we're going to go out in Malaga and get some funky shots with Chris for the channel. Should be good fun.
Yeah, we're looking forward to that. So we're going to go out. I don't really know. I know what's going to happen in the end is I'm going to end up trying to buy one. So, so in fact, we're pretty convinced, but I've got to work out how it works first. And I think it's going to be really good for the content that we've got on the channel, especially to do with the out and about stuff around Spain. So we do like to do all the visa information. That's our main business, as you know that. But we also want to get more content about general living in Spain. And I think one of these cameras is really going to help in it.
Absolutely, yeah. I use it sort of in my day-to-day job, just to produce things. I mean, the good thing about them, you don't have to point them in particular way, because they record in a sphere, and you can pick and choose your shot.
Can you tell the followers what you actually do for a day job though first?
What do I do for a day job?
Yeah.
I'm a senior learning technologist at a new university in Peterborough. So I deal with things like learning technology and putting maybe things like this sort of footage into funky extended reality rooms. Sounds all pretty funky, and it keeps me busy and up to date with tech like this, to be fair.
And you teach it?
I don't teach it. I used to teach computing subjects, but now I work with lecturers to put learning material together, so innovative lesson material.
Nice.
So we'll use things like a learning platform, the one that the university uses, and we'll do things like put these sort of cameras onto horticultural drones that do seeding in wild areas. They wild seed them maybe, and you put drones like this up so students can then watch that footage maybe on YouTube, or even in this funky room that we've got. It could well be that we even video it by just simply placing it in a place where it's really hard to get to, even construction sites and things like that.
Right.
And then we can, you can then have a student then might want to show health and safety things, just something simple like that to students. But you can get dive cases for them, so you can put them underwater, so that's hard to do. If you wanted to do collaborative activities with students where they're all together, you can stand them in this one particular room that you've videoed then footage underwater maybe.
I'm already getting so many ideas.
I'm just thinking coral reefs and rock places. Something maybe there's environmental impacts to do with underwater and stuff like that, yeah? So you want them to do collaborative activities around it. So with a VR headset, you can only really do one person at a time, but in this particular room we've got, you can stand 10, 15 students in this room and have a massive activity around it. And it could well be just a picture that's pulled off one of these things.
So we could do the 360 Spain experience before people move.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
I'm getting all sorts of ideas. Am I getting carried away? Because we've literally only just gone to wash the car to get a little bit of content in the Upsticks Drive promotional car. I'm already now inventing the 360 experience before you move.
Yeah,
Spain.
absolutely. We go find some real cool places that you might want to visit, I guess.
Let's do it.
Local to where you live.
Right, well, we're off to Torremolinos now. So as soon as we get started, we'll get checked back in, and you're probably going to see a lot of cool footage.
Yeah.
Right, so that's us finished up in Torremolinos. We've been doing a bit of recording, a bit of experimenting. But this is about Spain, this channel. Now, Jamie is a completely different demographic to any of you guys who watch this channel, because he's not thinking about moving here. In fact, he only visits Spain because I left 25 years ago and didn't come back.
No.
So, I'm going to ask you some questions. Jamie,
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm driving and I'm concentrating here. That could be the first question. What's the funniest thing about driving in Spain, Jamie, which you've learned this week?
Oh, my life. Now, I've driven in Spain a few times over my years of being on this planet. And what I didn't realise until yesterday when I was driving, that if you want to drive round a roundabout, you drive right round the outside of it. I mean, I saw a person cut Chris up because he was on the outside and Chris was on the inside. And Chris is calm as you like. And then we had entered into that conversation of like, why does everyone keep doing that? And apparently that's a thing. I mean,
to drive on the outside lane.
Who made that rule up, right? To drive round a roundabout, if you want to go over there to the right, who made that rule up that you have to drive right round it? What? That's blown my mind, that has.
Once you get used to it, it's not too bad. And in this car, which is right-hand drive, it's the imported Upsticks drive promo car.
And in my mind, what's it? So then this morning I was thinking, so here we go, we're going round and roundabout on the outside, and he was on the inside. Don't get that. He's on that side.
He was wrong.
So he was wrong. So what's the point of an inside lane on a roundabout?
Well,
you're not really allowed in it because the
it depends where you're going off. You see, because if you're the inside round on inside on a roundabout is for overtaking. So if you're overtaking somebody who's not coming off at your junction, you're allowed to do it. So that's why that guy is wrong, because he overtook me on the inside. He came off at my junction.
Yeah.
So anyway, roundabouts is the craziest thing was driving. So what's your favourite food in Spain, Jamie?
Oh, do you know what, right?
That's a good one, isn't it?
A paella's lovely, and
meat or fish?
No. What?
Meat or fish?
Meat, because I don't get on well with shellfish.
Yeah.
Especially shellfish when it's with alcohol. That's a different story. That's a 25-year-old story. But you know what? I love the beef and the steak and things. That is just crazy. That is just the best thing in the world.
Yeah. Sirloin
beef, cut it with a bread, a butter knife, effectively. It's just amazing.
So what we had, we were just a simple. They call it solomillo here. I don't know what it is in English because I'm losing my English vocabulary, but I think we said it was sirloin, wasn't it?
Sirloin, yeah.
So we bought 2 kilos. It's actually just a full sirloin in a packet, and then the butchers prepared it for you. It was on a super deal. So it was on like $14.50 a kilo or something. Normally it's up in the 30s. For some reason they don't half price, and that was in Supeco. And then it's fed us. We're 6 people, and we've had 2 meals out of it so far, haven't we?
Just stunning. I suppose I should mention tapas.
Yes.
Tapas is great. Haven't had any tapas yet. Can we have some?
We can do this evening. That's the plan. Go to Malaga and also do some more recording.
Chris has made my day.
Tapas is good.
Tapas.
So,
lovely.
Next question. Favourite drink?
Oh.
And this can be something. I know obviously you get red wine in the UK from Spain. You might get the odd beer like the con beer like Madrid, which I don't think Madrid is actually even brewed in Spain. I've never seen a bottle of Madrid in Spain, but
Madrid.
Yeah,
Madrid is Guinness, isn't it?
No, it's a lager from Madrid.
No, it's made by Guinness, isn't it?
Oh, is it?
I think so.
Oh, well,
correct me if I'm wrong. I'm sure it's a Guinness brewed beer.
I definitely know. I've never seen a pint of it here.
Yeah. I'm not really. Yeah, that's a tough one for me because.
So what's your favourite drink here?
I'm an IPA drinker. I'm one of them. Sorry. So I'm quite happy on IPAs and rums and things like that.
Which we don't have a lot of, or you haven't tried that many of. We have a lot of rum in Montreal. It's very, very sweet. It's from sugarcane. And IPAs, really, is only those couple that I bought.
Expensive, isn't it?
Expensive as well.
So yeah, I guess if we're staying on Spanish alcohol, red wine for me. That Chris finds because he's been here that long, he knows all the good red wines.
I'm pretty good at my red wines, to be fair.
Yeah, yeah. So sorry, I haven't really got a very good answer for that one.
Favourite place?
Favourite place?
That you've been to?
That I've been to? In Spain, obviously.
Yeah.
I used to go to, years ago, we used to go every year with my family, we used to go to Javier. Javier?
Oh, nice,
Javier.
Javier, yeah.
We used to go to Javier all the time, so we used to fly into Alicante, and then we used to hire a car and drive up to Javier. Now, I might be wrong, but used to go through, what's the place where you're going through on the way up? Begins with M. I can't remember.
Benidorm.
You go through Benidorm and all places like that. But
Altea, you got Benidorm, Altea, Javier, I think. I don't know if it's that in that order.
Denia or something? Denia?
Denia's a nice place. Yeah.
So Javier, Denia, we used to love that sort of places. We used to get a villa hire a villa out and go to them.
We've got a lot of clients up there. Really nice area. Yeah, it's you're getting to bordering Valencia up there.
Oh, right.
So, but yeah, it's
I've never been to the north of north of Spain.
No.
Never been to north of Spain, so that'd be nice. We have to take my camper van through there, I reckon.
I think that you should do with your camper van a Bilbao or Santander trip, because you sort of skip having to drive through Spain. So you can literally, if you did it really quickly, drive all the way down from the UK, Bilbao, sleep, get back in, come all the way down here in a day. It's like 12 or 13 hours, we're just doing a day, right? And then you start the slow route back.
Cool.
Do you get what I mean? So your holiday starts as you down the fast roads, then you can start your slow route back.
So if anyone knows any other routes as well, I've got my own self-built camper van, but I live in England, so I'd have to it'd be nice to come down to see Chris in Malaga or Alarin, and then so if anyone knows any good places to stay over, put them on Chris's channel and I'll grab them.
Yep, and now I've been asking Jamie, tell me yours. What's your favourite food? What did we say? The first one was what confuses you about driving in Spain?
Yeah.
What's your favourite food? What's your favourite drink? And what's your favourite place? Right, now we have been to the beach to try and get some good footage from the Upsticks Drive promo car, and now we're heading to a place called Sunview Park, which actually overlooks where I live, but it's also the longest zip line in Andalusia, and hopefully it's going to have some great views for us to get some more content. I'm getting beeped at, which means it's green. Right, well we never actually, Jamie, we never actually made it to the Tirolina because everybody was hungry, so we all met up, and here we are at the Thea Montaditos restaurant. You can see Rob in the background. My best buddy Rob. He's a bit broken at the moment, unfortunately. He fell over and hurt his arm. Taking home the Spanish injury with him. You might recognise Lara from Upsticks Drive. And we've got behind us Thea Montaditos and our children, which have gone off to find a seat over there, because it turns out we're actually going to go bowling. So this is another good thing in Spain, is this chain. I'm going to walk away so you can see it a bit. This chain in Spain is called Thea Montaditos, and basically they're all over Spain, and you can get these mini sandwiches for around €1 to €1.80 each. They also have little plates to share and very cheap drinks, and it's not a particularly luxurious place, but if you are coming to a shopping centre and you need a quick bite to eat, then you can check it out. I mean, they've got over 200 on here. I'll take a photo and put it on now for you so you can see it. So yeah, if you're looking for a quick snack and it's not too bad and you want to enjoy yourself in a shopping centre and you've got kids with you, then Thea Montadito is definitely the way forward. So anyway, let's go over to the table. You can see there's always plenty of space in these places. And we're all set up there. Beers, shandy, water. Ready to for our buzzer. Oh, Raoul, show us Raoul, just explain, Raoul, for the channel, how you get your food, please.
Okay, so we order food and they give us one of these. And then when this goes beeping, you go over there and get your food.
Okay, then we'll get a video of that because it's always Raoul's job to go and get the food, isn't it? You can do it as well. Does it stop going off now?
Okay, this was just beeping a second ago.
Yeah.
We'll have to go get the food now.
Wow.
Anyway, this is once it starts beeping, we gotta go the food. Now we're gonna show you the place. You got to take this.
Raoul, wait a minute. Sorry, I haven't got a microphone on you so people can't hear you. So just explain where the window is to get your
Do
food.
you know what's really funny? Right, I've got the microphone on me.
That's where you get your food, yeah?
Yeah. So audience, hang on a minute. Yeah, so audience, Chris is over there. And he stopped talking and we're just having a beer.
Go on then, we'll walk back
Yeah,
over.
We can,
It's actually quite comical because
this is what happens. This is like
my children were born in
like a
Spain.
Jamie takeover now.
speak perfect Spanish, but because they are so blonde and look English, everybody automatically speaks to them in English. Whereas Isla's Spanish might even be better than their English, to be fair. And there goes Raoul. Off for a bit more. Get the sandwiches. Well, now we're not going bowling. No, because there's a 45-minute wait. So we finished at Three Montaditos. We were going to go bowling to appease the children, to be honest. But doesn't matter. So now we're going to go to the port and see what content we can get there, because they've got super yachts and lots of nice shops, and it's quite a nice place to go sundown. So yeah.
Awesome, let's do it. Can we get some tapas?
Oh yeah. You get tapas everywhere in Spain. Alright, so let's just head into Malaga to the port. And Jamie, you can see, let's get some B-roll. Got the camera, the 360 Inter outside.
Yeah.
Not too sure the legalities of hanging a stick outside your car is, do you?
It's pretty wrong, really, but
Yeah.
let's ignore that for a minute.
Yes, ignore that. But I think this is going to be very good content. Really is. I'm seriously considering getting one of these cameras now for the channel. I say most of our content is recorded at the weekends and when we're free, or evenings. Like now this summer, because we've been coming home from the office early, been getting a lot more. It's lighter in the evening, a lot more content that time of day. But yeah, so now we're going to go and try and see a super yacht in Malaga Port. So we've arrived at Malaga Port. You can see there Jamie's impressing people over there with his camera already. Talking to the guys. Things when you have got all those people stop you. There we go, look. We're at the super yachts.
Complimenti,
Well, they're kind of super yachts. They've definitely got staff working on them, preparing the dinners.
And you?
And this is a lovely place at sunset. Now this is Muelle Uno. You've seen it in my other videos. It has extensive parking, which is underground, and you can. I've never ever seen it full. Only at Christmas. That's only at Christmas that I've seen it full. So now the big super yacht that was around has gone now. Actually, it was just here. So that. And there's another one. There we go. Maybe when the Upsticks channel successfully. I don't think so. There's the family all waiting for us. And now we're going to find somewhere nice and relaxed to have a cool drink. So I think it's still about 33 degrees.
be a really good photo. A photo with that.
Would that be good?
A photo. Just a photo.
Sorry, I was recording you. You didn't realise, did you? So there we go. We're at the end of our 360 Insta training course. Now I'm learning how to.
Still going?
I'm still going. We're time lapsing now. Here. Look.
No, it's not time lapsing.
Oh, it's not time lapsing. You can see it here.
It's 360 videoing.
So that thing there, I think at some point in the future we're definitely going to get to the Upsticks channel because it'd be really cool to show you different angles of Spain. Thanks to my mate Jamie who's been showing me how it works. We're going to sit down now and edit it all. But I think we've got some great shots. We're going to see some coming up for future videos. And back on Spain, what do you think of Moya Uno, Malaga Port? What do you
Lovely.
think of that?
This is a place to come. If you're going to come here, you got like the big, very expensive yachts over there.
Yeah.
Out there where I'm pointing. Very expensive yachts. Not one of mine, unfortunately.
No, not quite got there yet.
I don't think you can see, but down here, there's like loads of really cool places to eat and have a beer and that. But
it's nice. It's a friendly atmosphere as well. The kids have gone off. It's now 10 o'clock at night. So the kids and I have gone off to a shop called Ali Hop, which is like you can just buy anything in there that's useless but you really need. That's basically what's in. That's why the kids have gone down there. We're going to do a couple more videos. We've just had a drink in this lovely cocktail bar behind us. There we go. Say cheerio, Rob. Say cheerio, Rob. And that's it. Oh, and we've got this. We've got to work out what the logo is on the faro. I'd say faro in English.
Lighthouse.
Lighthouse, that's the one. On the lighthouse, because we don't know what that is yet. So anyway, thanks for watching week 27. And don't forget that week 28 will be published next week between 6 and 9 on a Sunday evening. Bye bye.
See you all.